brachiosaurus.
Hello, I'm Donald Henderson. I'm the curator of dinosaurs at the Royal Ontario Museum, and I was the scientific consultant for Dino Dan. Brachiosaurus is one of the largest of the sauropod dinosaurs, one of the long-necked ones. Brachiosaurus is probably what most people know it as. It's closely related to a thing behind me here, Camarasaurus. The two are very closely related. The name Brachiosaurus means armed reptile. Its forelimbs are longer than its hind limbs, which is unique to this animal. Its head was probably 8 to 10 meters above the ground, and it probably weighed about 25 tons. They had a lot more neck bones than we have. We've only got 7. Some of the sauropods could have up to 10, 12, maybe 15 neck bones. It's thought that sauropod dinosaurs had long necks because it enabled them to gather a lot of food very quickly. They could stand in one spot and just sweep out all the foliage in the trees, and if they were going low, they could just like mow a meadow. So without having to move a big body, which costs energy, you can just stand in one spot and maximize how much food you can take in. So it's thought that Brachiosaurus would have had a long tail to act as a counterbalance for the long neck. When any animal walks, its weight has to be between its feet, its front feet and its hind feet. Having this long neck sticking out to the front means more of the weight moves onto the hands. But if you have a long tail, it helps keep more weight on the hind legs as well, so the animal's balanced and can walk better. We say it's about 23, 25 meters long. That's about the same length as 2 school buses end to end. Because it was so big, it's thought to be attack-proof. And it's thought to be the same for most sauropods. As animals get bigger and bigger, their hides get thicker and thicker, so it becomes tougher to bite through. And also, it's so big, one predator attacking it just wouldn't get very far. It would just be swept aside, swatted. From looking at its teeth, we can say that Brachiosaurus was a plant eater. All the sauropods seem to have been plant eaters. One of the features of Brachiosaurus is it has very stubby teeth. This is a close relative, Camarasaurus, and you can see it's got very strong teeth. And when we look at teeth in detail, you can see where the tips of the teeth are worn because they're nipping to bite off tough vegetation. They have this enlarged nasal arch here. They must have had all sorts of tissues in here for a good sense of smell. You can actually get an idea of how small the brains were in these things because the brain is just a little bit back here about the size of my fist.
Dino Dan's Geoworld, the brachiosaurus.